Okay, alrighty. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Cantina. I am your host, Soldal, and we are back to playing X4 Foundations. Let's go and bring this up. Let's go ahead and get this started. As of right now, we are still sitting in Activa's Choice 1, where we last left off, with some random Xenon stragglers in the background, so that's not really surprising. But since we last played, I have been thinking about what to do next. And from what I have been able to decide, it is more than likely going to be a good idea to take our carrier force here down into Antigone space just to see what's going on with them. Because Xenon craft have been coming up through Argon territory, and that is highly concerning. It looks like they were just trying to get to another location, but at the same time, it is not that great that they're just openly flying through other sectors' territory.
Malfunctioning circuit board.
Let's just run it. Okay. So, depending on what happens and what's going on, we may reposition ourselves entirely and head down into Antigone's territory. Best case scenario, we can just break up the carrier fleet and have them set up a patrol in their capital territory, or wherever the neighboring sector is that has Xenon flowing through it. Well, that's not good too. I think that leads to what? Getsufune? That is Terran territory, if I remember correctly. So that too is something we have to keep a real good eye on. Because the Terrans will have their hands full of keeping that sector itself nice and occupied and free. Oh, there's second contact, okay. I do not believe this is their... No, this isn't. It is. It is Republic space, okay. Alright. So, we'll try and see if we can find the other jump gate in this region. We have this guy. If he has it in his inventory, I don't remember if I gave him satellites or not. I did. Have him drop satellites off and around the area at each of the jump gates, so you can try and help keep an eye on them. If you break off, and I'm gonna have this guy break off. You and you're coming with me. We're just gonna set up right here for now. Have you two float nearby.
Awaiting orders.
Yeah, a little bit further down. Thank you. There we go. Have you fly around. And right now, yeah, we have our one explorer over here in split territory, Zyod's Patriarchy. Seeing what they got going on. We have the one over here in the Profit Center Alpha, the Talati space, which I would like to keep Talati space open. Because the Talati are not very combat focused, even with modded warships added to their roster. They're not, for at least from my experience playing the game, not that great in combat roles. Good for patrol ships. They have real nice patrol ships, but other than that, they're all mercantile based. But I have also made another decision. I am thinking of setting up Heretic's End here as a location to where we can fall back. If things with the Xenon get bad enough, and before we open up the gateway network to Boron territory, having Heretic's End as a fallback place. Will it work? I have no clue. It just entirely depends on if we're able to get enough infrastructure and defensive facilities set up in time.
Awaiting orders.
But bad comes to worst, if Pyramid, Argon, and Antigone space gets overrun, it might be our last safe haven. I don't want it to come down to that, but it's a strong possibility. You're just not finding the gate, are you, buddy?
I'll wipe you out.
Alright, we'll just do this then. Heavy flying zigzag pattern. We'll see if that works. Probably not, but better to try than not do it at all. No, that should be fine. Alright. Our two extra cruisers are moving their way down. So we'll hopefully be able to get that going and ready to go. I think I'll just keep the carrier on his patrol route right now. It should be fine. It also has the smaller Corvette-like vessels. No, those are destroyers. Never mind. Those aren't Corvettes. Those are too big for Corvettes. We're talking bigger than a CR-90 from Star Wars. Those things are destroyers. Alright, well, we'll maintain our current position right now in Hecticva's Choice just to continue to help out here. He's just right in the waves. There he goes. And he's gone. I would like to set up a defense station of my own in this area just to help maintain sector security in this region, just to deal with the Argon, not the Argon, goodness, to deal with the Xenon vessels that re-enter this area. The more that we're able to actively contain the Xenon, the better, for the most part. I would prefer to keep them contained until I'm able to actively push out and deal with them. But I know at Thrakas Cascade, it's going to be a challenge to deal with them because this is a hazardous region area, and it's the same with the adjacent sector as well. They have hazardous patches of hazardous areas that deal shield and hull damage. Even with the little highway thing here to quickly get smaller craft through, it is still very dangerous. If I remember correctly, which I'm probably wrong at this point, it may have been changed, but there should be a shipyard and a wharf over here for the Xenon. But getting to that is going to be a massive challenge. So we got to fight our way through Thrakas Cascade. What is it? 10, 5, 15. Yeah, there we go. I know my Roman numerals. XV means 15. Watch as I'm wrong. It wouldn't be surprising. Oh, there's a defense station right there outside the gate too. So coming in will be like a literal fight right off the bat, not including whatever vessels might be there on the other side as well. Oh.
Awaiting orders.
Looks like our cruisers have made it into the sector. Let's go ahead and let you stop there. Man, where is this other gate? Goodness. Watch as I'm wrong about where the Xenon are coming from, and they're all coming from Terran. They're coming from the Terran Protectorate system. Which really wouldn't be surprising, because I know early game the Terrans don't have a strong presence in Getsufune, so the Xenon are typically running rampant in there. Just makes it just that little bit harder to deal with the Xenon. At least as a Terran, it makes it a little bit harder to deal with the Xenon. Especially early game. We good still? Is that a fighter? Yeah, it's an N. It's just a small scout craft. It's fine. What? Here we go. Little weapon mounts are following the cursor. All right.
Time to wipe you out.
I'm going to try and see if I can't at least get the station layout for... Oh, there's still a Baku out here. See if I can't get the station layout for our fallback point. It's going to be... I don't think I have the administrative building right now to lay claim to the sector, which is fine. Alright, we can just make it a... Let's make it a solar field area. That's fine. We do. Beautiful. Put that down right there.
Piece of junk.
Give it some solar power. Let's actually scooch back a little bit. There we go. Let's scooch you back even more. A little more wiggle room. Do 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 do. Up up. There we go. Can I get a third one in there? Let's find out.
I think you might regret that.
Maybe. Nope. That's fine. Alright. Alright, now we're moving on.
Might as well just eject.
Scuba la doop doop doo. That'll be fine. Enough clearance. I got clearance, Clarence. That's not gonna work. An absolute genius. Do do do. About up. Okay. Get him going for that. Dock short pier. Oh. Short pier. It'll probably be nice for this here. Let's scooch it back a little bit. And then we go swiggly around, go woo, pull you around, and boom, done. That is
That's just not good.
very nice. I enjoy that.
I'm going to enjoy sending you to the scrap heap.
Awaiting orders.
Oh, okay. Looks like our scout's done for the time being. Alright, so I'm just gonna be a little extra here, and I'm gonna... You on your side? Yeah, this looks like it's correct, so we're gonna go... Whoop. There we go. Put a little pavilion on there. Nice. Cool. That'll allow us to lay claim to the sector, so we will be able to hopefully build up in there when the time comes. When the time comes, not now, because we don't have anything to outfit this station with the necessary defensive weapons right now. Or just in general, the fortify this location, which is upsetting. Wretched Skies 5, Family Phi. Okay. It's not a Xenon sector, which is great. It doesn't really amount to much because this Xenon will probably steamroll this region.
Awaiting orders.
Alright, you're awaiting orders. Where's the jump gate for this sector? Am I crazy? I thought this was the location, or at least the sector, that leads to Antigone territory. Am I wrong?
Xenon spotted.
Oh, wiggle. Let me go. Thank you.
I'll wipe you out.
To be honest, I thought this was. So watch as I'm not crazy, and it's actually here somewhere, and it's just out of reach, just so slightly, that I'm just unable to see it. Or it's over here, and it's another sector over, and then it's down. So I have a map of the galaxy that I can just pull up at any point and look at, but I'm not going to do that right now because I'm stubborn. Come on, okay.
Might as well just eject.
What are you guys doing? Oh. Be real cool if that M ejected. Oh, can't talk to it. That's unfortunate. But not surprising. Makes sense.
I can take more than that. Big mistake. Very big mistake.
There's the gate. Alright, anybody get the removal orders, and you're going over here. So now I think this is where we will encounter actual territory. Their actual capital territory, excuse me. I apologize in advance. My English is not very great, as I stated before in the last episode. What? That's not what I was looking. It's not what I was hoping for. You know what? That's unfortunate. Alright, I'm just gonna... Alright. It broke me. Let's figure this out. Where do I need to go? I'm like that dad that claims he knows where he's going and doesn't need the map, and then proceeds to get lost. That is my current existence. There we go. Pull her up. You just go. Oh. Well, I was partially right in where I needed to be. And you go this way. Man. Yeah, that tracks. That tracks. keep hearing those alarms go off. It always concerns me. And I'm praying that it's nothing big. Because I can always tell from the background that it's nothing big, but the alarm goes off every time an enemy shows up, which is understandable. No, game, don't do that. It's a lag spike. It's always the lag spikes that make me think something big has entered the sector. And I pray to God that's never the case. Because on my luck, it's something big. Real big. Goodness. Alrighty. Have you made your way over yet? No, you're about to. Okay. I literally can't move the map any further over. Which is fine. Alright, so we now should be at the void. Yep. There we go. Move that, and your gate should be over somewhere this way. I always found that interesting that you have to enter Antigone space before you can make it to the rest of the gate network as a Terran. Or you have to go through the Cigar's Pioneers territory. Well, going through human territory one way or another, whether it be a pseudo-Terran or an Argon. If I remember correctly, this sector, the Void, has hazardous regions as well, but it's a good place to get materials. Click on it. Yep. A lot of ore, silicon, methane too. Nice. Navidium is going to be far and few in between.
Awaiting orders.
Which I find upsetting, but because if I remember correctly, Navidium is going to be useful for research. Research and the creation of particular goods. But it's a finite resource, so it's not all that helpful. We all doing good down here? Those pilots. Oh, hello. Another G. Where are you guys coming from? Thankfully, though, there's a Titan above it. So that's nice. That is very nice. One of my destroyers is going in for the kill. Or was going in, anyways. I don't know what it's firing at. I don't think it's firing at anyone right now. No, we kind of just swarmed it, thankfully. That's good. It's not ideal whatsoever. I really need to figure out where these guys are coming from and plug that hole. It's just a pea flying off into the distance. Okie dokie, okie dokie. Okie dokie, Smokey. Alright. I'm gonna allow the scout to recon this area and do what he needs to do. Or she, whoever's the pilot of this thing, this small craft. Deborah, ma'am, I have faith in you. It's Twilighty space. Bright promise. A couple sectors down, we're gonna find the primary Pyramid factions region of space. So that will be nice too. They have real nice combat vessels. A lot of their ships had, well, base game wise, had a lot of decently ranged weapons for their vessels. So they're good picks. They're good eating. We're going to set up our basilisks here to patrol Antigone Memorial. Try and help them out to the best of our ability. Though if I remember correctly, the Argon Federation and the Antigone Republic are not really the best of friends right now. But they tolerate each other well enough to where they're not going to be an open conflict. So I'm going to try and help them out as best of my ability. I have a very strong feeling they're coming through Terran territory up to the north here, which means we're probably going to have to set up at the Void instead of Antigone Memorial. Which is fine, but they're definitely coming from this direction. They have to be. Unless they're running through Pyramid space, which I highly doubt as well, because they are extremely militant, so they have a lot of patrols going through Holy Vision and True Sight. And just throughout the entirety of their territory in general, to be honest. So that alone is gonna be a stretch for them, unless they are currently, engaging conflict with their neighbors. I really need to get an auxiliary ship for this small detachment. It'll be the best thing for it. Why are the Pyramid trying to build a defense station here? What's going on? Oh. That's not good. That's right. I forgot. They're not on good terms with the Antigone. That's right. So there's an Argon ship in there fighting. It's a drone. No, it's a fighter. Yeah, they're engaging too. Mm. Well, that presents a problem. But hopefully, the Antigone will be able to keep a lid on this situation. Yeah, they got a couple behemoth and a basilisk on their way to deal with that. To deal with that Odyssey. Oh. That inn is not going to have a good day. Then again, it's just sitting there. Typically, they run after they get through the gate. Oh well, that's fine. That is still very concerning that they're just flying through like that, unaccosted. So, but then again, they probably are just ignoring the defense stations and all the vessels shooting at them too. So that doesn't really help. They're just beelining to whatever destination they're trying to get to. That is definitely not ideal. I should have that go a little bit further this way. See them a little bit ahead of time. I'm actually going to have you do that now. We're going to forego the exploration of the region. If bad comes to worst, I can take myself and come down here to the void and intercept what ships come through here. And relocate the carrier group over here to Hektiva's Choice, which probably will be better for them. Because if anything, I have a couple of ships sit here and guard this defense station. You know, that actually might be what I'll have to do. I'm actually going to do that. I'm going to relocate myself over to the void. I'm going to relocate the carrier over here. Basilisk. You and you remove all orders and assignments. Maybe you're all set to. You're not gonna give me an option to it, are you? It's alright, we'll do it one at a time and bring you all over. And I'm already calling it now. As soon as I leave this sector, there's gonna be a large group of Xenon that are gonna appear like last time. That'll be fine, though. It'll give the fleet something to do. I see the rear of these other cruisers. It always reminds me of the Paris-class frigate from Halo. It's more sci-fi. Alright, then we're off. Hopefully the carrier fleet gets through the gate before I get there, because it's going to be very crowded if they just sit there. Or take their time getting through the gate to begin with. So I'm kind of hoping that station gets on our way a little bit and it'll slow us up. Because with big ships and flying through these gates, it doesn't typically end well. Unless you're on autopilot, then on that end, it's just very... you pop off to the sides, behind, or above, or below the gate. Anywhere but out through the front of it. Now, the other X games, however, that is a very different story. And I cannot tell you how many times I've flown a freighter and then had a capital ship class vessel just fly straight into my rear end, just ending my run. X3 was old. Well, so much for that. Anyways, anywho, yeah, I cannot tell you how many times I've had my runs on X3 ended by a capital ship just running me over in a freighter or a fighter. First few times, it was funny. The rest, however, not so much. Oh, speaking of that station, that was ours, wasn't it? It was. How's that coming along? Well enough. I need to buy, drones and give it a couple of freighters. Oh, goodness.
Autopilot epically failed.
Yep. That's
Entering
what I was
system.
afraid of happening.
Argon
We
Prime.
slapped one of our destroyers. I hope it's okay. Did we push it back through the gate? No, it doesn't look like it. Okay. It looks like we just throat punched it back into... back through the gate. Oh, man. That was not intentional, and it was everything I was afraid of happening at that time. What? Why are there split ships patrolling the void? I don't understand that, but okay.
Awaiting orders. Awaiting orders.
Alright, the ships we broke off earlier are currently sitting at their new position.
Awaiting orders.
The basilisk is still on its way, but that's fine. Everyone else is going to go out here and engage. Hopefully we don't lose all their fighters. This order. Here we go. Oh, autosave. really should space those autosaves out a little bit longer, but nah, it'll be fine.
Entering system. Second contact.
Oh, super laggy. Goodness. So the assets in this area. It's a lot of rocks. I know a particular faction from a very grimdark reality that would love all these rocks. Whether it be flying in them or throwing them at someone. Probably both, let's be real here.
Looks like you won't be going home.
Awaiting orders.
Striking.
Okay. Now the Vanguard's been destroyed by a P in Hatikva's choice. That's not surprising. I feel that a number of our assets are going to be lost out
Awaiting
here.
orders.
I hate saying that, but it's true. You remove that order.
Awaiting orders.
Protect station. Select. Guard that station.
Awaiting orders.
Did you find the gate over here yet? You did. Outstanding. I need you to drop that here. A Q. There's a Leviathan over here, but that doesn't really amount to much given that the amount of ships I've seen so far flying through Argon and Antigoning space. There's a high possibility, though, too, that there's vessels coming from this region up through the Holy Orders region as well. But I personally think it's unlikely at this current moment in time for that happening. Yeah, smack that, please. Hit it. They're all sitting there, so I'm guessing their main batteries are firing, so that's good. It's taking hits, but it's just... that's not ideal. They're just sitting there, it looks like. Alright, special mission time. I'm giving you orders to enter Terran space.
Autopilot disengaged.
So that we can drop a satellite in that region so we can keep an eye on what ships are coming in and out. Yeah. We're already in travel drive. Okay, that's cool. We'll just make our way out to the gate. The point of interest?
The aqueduct.
Oh? Oh. I don't know much about this.
Awaiting orders.
I feel like someone out there, whoever watches this, knows what this is. The aqueduct. It's probably as the name infers that it's an aqueduct, but... Oh, we're coming in well below the gate. Uh-oh. Well, not intentional. Can I select the gate? I don't want the vessel. No? Okay, that's fine. Are you gonna fly through? Oh, excuse me. Maybe, maybe not. Are you just being wacky? You're probably just being wacky. Come on. In you go. There we go. Oh. That's concerning. Normally the Terrans have control over this region already. With the Antigone, look like they're building up a station here. This is not good whatsoever. Okay, this is not good. Mounting a defense in Getsufune. Yeah, that's probably a large influx of Xenon ships that just appeared, so that's not surprising. Speaking of Xenon, how's this fight going? Did that Q go down? It looks like it did. Yeah, looks like they got it. This is going to take us a hot second, it looks like. That's fine. We'll get there when we get there. Bad comes to worse, we jump into Getsufune and help out the Antigone and the Terrans a little bit there. To be honest, that might be what we do. Launch a preemptive assault on this sector just to get it out from underneath Xenon control. It won't stop the Xenon from flowing into the region, but it'll be hopefully enough to slow them down in this region. It'll definitely help out the Terrans, but then again, the Terrans are pretty isolationist. They're pretty isolated, on top of that, them being isolationists. So I don't really see them doing much right now. Oh. I say that, and that alert pops up. Yeah, that sounds like my luck. And knowing my luck, they'll probably engage in a war against the Antigone as well, just to get Getsufune. To be frank, I expect them to wage war against the Antigone in general, and the Argon too. I don't know much about the lore of this universe, aside from the Terrans tend to be a little aggressive. Okay.
Entering system. Getsofune.
Right off the bat, looks like there's a defense station off into the distance here. I'm gonna try and see if I can't poke that a little bit.
Xenon defense platform.
Okay. Let's see what we can do. This is very clearly gonna hurt, but I'm going to risk it. Especially if there's one less Xenon station in this sector alone. That's fine. It's great. That's helpful. Especially right now, it looks like it's still under construction, so we're not going to have to deal with a whole lot in the way of its weapon batteries firing down on us. Hopefully, they don't match us for range. It's just the one thing I really don't want to deal with is their station batteries matching us for range. Oh. So Cerberus. I'm surprised it's still fighting. I don't know why it did that. That was the bad move. Whoopsies. Oh. That's why. That is beautiful. Alright, we're gonna get on top of this thing and we're gonna smack it. Because it's not even remotely close to being completed whatsoever. Okay. It has no modules attached to it, and its main central part of the station is still under construction, so this will be a very easy victory. Hopefully a very quick one as well. Okay, that little frigate just took out the S that was delivering supplies to it. There we go. I don't think we're making all our shots. We're kind of hitting ourselves here. Go ahead and get a screenshot of that. You'll love to see it. I don't know where you're firing, but you're completely whiffing your shots. There you go. Outstanding.
Awaiting orders.
Let's give us a quick scan here and see what we can find. A lot of that's probably going to be debris, because if I remember correctly, this region of space has a lot of stellar debris from prior battles. Let's see what we can pick up station-wise. Object, that's a station. A lot of objects. This must be debris. Not object. This has to be the Terran station that's typically there when the game starts. Escape pod, Terran Protectorate. Something's fighting off in this direction. So that had to have been a Terran craft. Okay. Well, this region is going to be contested regardless, whether it's going to be Terran or Antigone, because they very clearly both have stations here. Let's give a directional scan off in this direction, see what we can find. A lot. Those are arrayed in a very strange pattern, and I swear, if those are mines, I'm not going to be a very happy camper. Anyways, let's go. No, I don't need that right now. Stop it. Listen, chat. You saw nothing. This is not going to be fun dealing with the Terran Argon problems. No, because I definitely see the Terrans fighting for Getsufune. And I'm hoping that doesn't become the case. Okay. Let's get another directional scan. Oh. Well, it could be just ship debris. That's fine. What are you?
Unknown object.
That has to be debris as well. Okay. Take us forward. And away we go. I'm also trying to see if I can't see anything visually as well. Sometimes you can, depending on how good your render distance is with this game. Or, you get lucky and you see like the shadow of a station in the backdrop of like a dust cloud or a nebula. It's hit and miss sometimes, but something's below us and it's an enemy. I think it might have been a Xenon S. That's fine. Those typically don't pose a threat. Those are just that faction's version of a mining vessel. Oop, hello.
Xenon factory.
While we're here, might as well. And it's very much so within range, too. Hello. Combat speed. All ahead flank. And we're going to pull off the throttle here in a second, just so the batteries can fight or fire. So when you're doing the boost, turreted weapons don't fire. Is that another Xenon ship? Yeah, it's an SX. Okay, if that's an SE, cool. This is probably going to be a solar field station.
X.
The Xenon like to build a lot of those. They build those. They build more of those than they do a lot of their other stations. It's not a complaint, but it's something I've noticed throughout my career of playing this game. I would assume it's the way they build their vessels, because I'm pretty sure they follow the same type of resource set as the Terrans. They don't probably require like 2 or 3 resource types for their ships, unless it's like one of the bigger variants. Location is still under their control. That's still objectively terrifying to me. Hello? Oh, it's a drone. Oh, that's right. This little dude is bugged and he's not docking. Right, he'll figure himself out here eventually at some point. It'll be fine. Alright, let's continue going towards that unknown object. Hopefully, we'll eventually come across the Xenon station that has administrative control over this region. So we can get rid of that. We can just let the Antigone and the Terrans fight it out for control over this sector. Normally the Terrans are on top of that, especially by this point. I know we're like, what, a couple real world hours into the game now? Probably looking at the recording here, plus what I did last time, about 4 or 5 hours. Typically around this point, the Terrans already have control over this sector, and they're already building and they're in the process of building 2 or 3 more stations. This time around, they're dropping that ball. Come on. Toward the defense of Earth. Come on, guys. Oh, what is that? That's debris. Okay. That is some scary looking debris. I'm not gonna lie to you. From a distance, that looked like a ship. Oh, it's a gate we're flying towards. Okay. Oh, well, better to have the gate on sensors and on the map itself than anything else. Oh, that was a katana. That's what that escape pod was from earlier, I'm gonna guess. Was from the katana. That's unfortunate. The katanas are typically a very good ship. I think they're like the only the only ship design that has continuously made it through the entire series, if I remember correctly. Real nice ship. Is that a station. It's not giving me the thing to select it. So, oh.
Unknown station.
Yep, okay. Alright, what are we looking at here? Is that a defense platform? That it be. That it be, and it looks like it's been hit. And it's still being hit. By what? I don't know.
Q.
Q.
Unknown station.
No, not you. There's something behind you. Oh, I think the Terrans are going ham over here. This might be the station that's administrative control over the region. Alright, let's go help them. I know it won't do anything for relationship-wise, but it'll be enough to get the Xenon out of here. I really want to go after that Q, because that Q is going to create a problem. As light of a ship as it is, I really don't want to deal with it.
Unknown station.
Here we go with the sass talk. But this time it's from the Terrans. Called it. It's the Terrans. Then again,
Katana.
I saw
defense
beam weapons
platform.
going off in the distance, and the Terrans are the only faction that I'm aware of that uses beam weapons. What are you shooting at? Are you shooting at the Q?
Katana. Q.
I think that's what
Xenon
you were
defense
shooting at. Okay,
platform.
cool. Just don't hit the Terrans, for the love of God. Don't hit the Terrans. I really don't want to run away and try to explain to HighCom why the Terrans are pissed with us more than what they normally are. I'm actively afraid to attack this station, to be honest. So I'm concerned about the... Actually, that's a very valid concern.
Xenon spotted.
Awaiting orders.
I think I'm just gonna let the Terrans finish off this station, because I'm afraid of the AOE damage of these main guns hitting the station, hitting the Terran vessels, because they're getting way too close. Back up, back up.
Basilisk.
Go away.
Please, for the love of God,
Silly thing to do.
turn everything off.
Xenon defense platform.
Just, they're picking away at it. Let them pick away at it. All those repair drones. Is that what those are?
Drone 1.
Oh. Well,
Xenon defense platform.
yeah, no,
Katana.
these are the ships I'm talking about, the katanas. Are those rockets?
You're in serious trouble.
You have rockets as the main weapon? That is fascinating. I've never seen that on a katana before, but at the same time, doesn't surprise me that they would do that.
Katana.
Not you. Let's go with this guy, because... Yeah, you got a regular weapon mount on it. Yeah, these things are very good ships. Very fast, very nimble.
Xenon defense platform.
It's about to go up.
Piece of junk.
Let's go check on our companions over here at Haitikva's Choice. All is well? All is well. I say that until something comes out of this gate and annihilates my vessels over here, and that thought is weighing over me very, very heavily. Here we go. Who does the sector belong to? No one! Contested. Alright. Yeah, that's not surprising. It's just defaulted to no one. So that means that whenever whose ever defensive station goes down first, whether it be the Antigone one or the Terran one, will decide who gets Getsafune. Fascinating, isn't it? Probably not, but to me it is. I find this whole thing rather interesting. If I didn't, I wouldn't be sitting here streaming it. And then I need you to drop a satellite over here so we can watch the Xenon coming in and out of this sector. Alright, so much for having to reposition. I don't think we need to do that for right now, at least for this region. So we should be fine. There is another area that I know that I am aware of that attaches to Antigone space, and that is Atia's Misfortune. Since there's like 4 Xenon sectors down in that general area on the southern end of the map, it's going to be like all the way down over here. It attaches both to the Holy Order of Pontifex and Antigone space, so they have the option of going either way. To be honest, they probably go both ways, but that's beyond my train of thought right now. My concern is, as it has been, it's just the Xenon breaking through and creating problems. The Argon are making another defense platform. That's hilarious. Argon. Sorry, the Antigone. Is that Khonshu going to build the Antigone station? No, it's way off course. Okay. From the icon level, it looked like it was, but no, this line notes that it's way down at the bottom. I would have found that very entertaining if that was the case. Yeah, the Terrans have been busy. M's, PE's, let me guess, there are a couple of N's in there too, probably? Yep. And an R. And a V. Well, the V's not impressive. That they can easily take down. V's are very easily shot down. K, V, Q, V, Q. What is your malfunction? Why are you not docking? Unfortunate. Anywho, I need to go and find that other Argon sectors that are up to the north over here, because they border not only Zyroth Patriarchy territory, but they also have a Xenon sector that's neighboring them, and I would like to get my reputation with the Argon up a little bit higher. given that they are my main patrons right now. Why do you have a sector all the way over here? I don't know why I'm doing this. So I can't buy anything. At least nothing of note anyways. Very shiny, very sleek. Very religious-esque. But then again, that's what they are. The Pyramid are very religious individuals, apparently. Litany of Fury. Why are you empty? This is a Xenon sector, if I remember correctly. Someone's been busy over here, because typically this is Xenon territory. Oh, well, that's fine. It is acceptable. You're almost full up. He'll be building you soon. Beautiful. Take that estimate out. Take that estimate in. Let you work. Wares, not rares, wares. Excuse me. I need methane. That's a gas, if I remember correctly, which I could be completely wrong on that, but I'm gonna buy me a mining ship for that. See what I can get. Let's give it the all-rounder. No difference between the two, aside from price. See, I have the funds right now. I might as well utilize them. I feel like this is wrong. No, it's a gas miner. That's correct. It's fine. Have it also to defend. I think that's what my global order is for this, so that'll be fine. Get you going, and then I need a transport as well. See what I can do. Mercury, 500 or 5,000. Excuse me, 5,000, 5,000. Baku. Oh, that's what's up there in the void. Cool. Container space, 7,000. 8,000. We'll go with this guy because it has a higher volume. We'll do that just for the giggles, for the high preset. Typically the highest, doing the preset stuff isn't always the best option a lot of the times. But this time around, it should be fine. Nice looking ship. Okay. We're missing hull parts. That's fine. So this guy is able to extend storage. Oh. Oh no. Okay. Oh, because we need methane. That's right. That's liquid. It's a solid. Right. I have the thing for no clipping on. Well, guess what you're doing? You're going over here to the end. There you go. Confirm, and then we'll figure it out. going to assign that as well. This is $2,000. To be honest, I wasn't expecting you to be over here that quickly. Well, that's fine, but then again, you were on not that far away from the highway system. I, on the other hand, need to disappear very quickly, so I'm going to go over here to $2,000 itself, and then autopilot my way there.
Autopilot.
There we go. Shifting, not
engaged.
controlling. Goodness.
Awaiting orders.
Let's see if this leads to the... Come on. There you go. See if this leads to the Argon's territory. If not, that'll be fine. If not, we'll figure it out. Because I know there's territory that's out over here that needs to be... Oh, yep, there it is. Guiding star 5. Okay, there should be another gate over here somewhere. And we're gonna find out here in a second, because I know this region tends to get swamped every now and then. You are good to go. Okay. This location has methane. Not a lot of it, but it does have methane. It might be coming out here to... Oh, not Heretics End. Is there another? Huh. I'm looking for a location that'll have decent methane. I have to come down to Holy Vision, possibly? That, or if they come down to the void. That's not good. Oh, well. That's not ideal in any situation. Okay. There's no real good location to the mine. There's a message. I wonder who it's from. Oh. Hmm. That's new.
Awaiting orders.
Fascinating. They're mad because I just laid claim to Heretic's End. That's unfortunate. No, go back. What did I see? A Kahak Forager. Okay. And a raiding party Forager as well. I'm gonna have a couple ships out there, aren't I? That's not great. Not terrible either.
Awaiting orders.
Okay, so they're upset that I took Heretic's End. Apparently Heretic's End has been... Oh yeah. Okay. Claimed by the Pyramid. And apparently there was a fight there between the Kahak and the Terrans and the Commonwealth forces. Oh. Heavily under Terran protection. Holds only interest to pirates and smugglers. Yeah, that's unfortunate. They're gonna have to get over
Entering system. The void.
it. So I plan on keeping this sector in my pocket. And I am willing to fight for it. And that was a lot of traveling just to get to the void. Okay. I'm just gonna let this vessel explore this region. Just to let him do it. Oh, another message. Is it the same one? I guess it was the same one. That's unfortunate. Anyways. Oh. Oh. I think I might have clicked through this and I didn't actually read it. They did misspell his name. Doll Buster, not Busta. That's that's hilarious. Yeah, I know. I must have clicked through this. This was like 2 hours ago. Fascinating. Anyways, continuing.
Danger. Hazardous region detected.
Oh, get us out of here. Thank you. I don't like flying through hazardous regions. It is not the best. For obvious reasons. Carrier Cerberus? What? I'm gonna look at the shipyard because I think it's moving too quickly. What is this? What is a Cerberus? Hold on. I'm gonna guess it's a medium vessel, right?
Entering system. Second contact.
Yeah, it's a. Oh, it's the frigate. Okay. Oh, they're attacking something. Oh, it's an N. That's fine. And that N is actually going after Talati's ship. Well, it was. Oh well. It's fine. It's all good. It makes sense that the Argon had a vocal population saying that they should take Heretic's End, but doesn't really do them any good if they just didn't make any moves to claim it. Cool, that's phenomenal that the Pyramid, the Argon, and probably even the Terrans wanted to lay claim to this sector, but the fact that it's just been sit empty up until this point, that sector is ours. It is our fallback point, and it is going to be our, hopefully, well, hopefully, will not be the case, our safe haven, last safe haven, if we fail to deal with the Xenon. Big rock. Poof. I'm gonna be honest. I'm grateful with the way that they've handled the asteroids in this game versus the other ones, because you just lightly, just gently love tap the asteroids in say like X3, you're done.
Danger.
The ship detonates and you're just gone. Game over. God forbid you just lightly bounce off the hull of another ship itself too, because you'll get the same end result. You'll just go up in a big fireball. And this, you're in travel mode, especially if the AI is flying. It smacks an asteroid, just goes up in a big cloud of dust. I love it. It's not as punishing as it originally was. Into the gate, poof.
Entering system. Argon Prime.
Oh, I would love to get more vessels from these people. I need to figure out what I need to do for this mining situation, because there is not a lot of methane, and that's going to be a massive issue. And it doesn't help that the mining vessel doesn't have anywhere that it can go, or a resource probe in its near vicinity for it to
Entering system.
tell it where those particular resources are.
Argon. E.
Oh. It's a Talati ship. fly by our original defense position, which I'm grateful for the fact that it's not being overrun. Danger. Oh, what are you doing, buddy? Goodness. Throw on that space weed. Or what's that? What's that other illicit material in this game? It's like matcha dust or whatever. That could be it too. Who knows? Not me. Oh boy, I think graphene production is going to be a big issue. Why are you not just exploring? You're being lazy, sir. We're almost going to hit the gate. Cool. I'm going to go into silent witness. Dividium has actually has been really low in several sectors as well. So that too is going to be a major issue. I'm hoping we will come across
silent witness.
Thank you. I'm hoping we will come across sectors that will be rich in dividium and methane and tellurium. Because it's those three that tend to be pretty low. Yeah, please avoid the station. Thank you. Still a little close for my liking, but it's that could have gone a lot worse. Oh. I feel like that's just me praying to God that the AI driver, self-driving car doesn't smack into the car in front of us when it comes up to the stop sign. Pink? What is that? Oh, it's a Yaki. It's that Yaki disguised freighter. Okay, so you have the materials you need. You got 10 minutes left on building it, that's all. I feel stupid for not thinking about that. I thought it was a solid, not the, what is it? Liquid. There we go. The gas resources are labeled as liquids in this, so like methane, hydrogen, and so on are
Awaiting
exactly
orders.
that. Liquid. To quote my favorite Metal Gear game. We're gonna get the rest of this sector explored. Thankfully, there's a small wharf up here we can pull fighters from. Whoop! Next sector.
Entering system. Profit Center Alpha.
Nice. Our escorts should be Not that far behind. Yeah. They're lagging behind a little bit, but then again, we're kind of outrunning them. We set a pace they weren't able to keep up with. Let's move that over just a little bit. Thank you. That defense station was attacked recently. I'm wondering if the jump gate for the neighboring sector is like right in here somewhere. It'd be not surprising. At the same time, though, I'd be concerned if it wasn't. You got the popo on your tail. Run! I mean, you don't have anything illegal on you, so you can stop if you want. I've so thoroughly gone off script for where I need to be. But that's okay. Oh? Really? Oh, that's right. Huh?
Hey, I think I know where we are. I'm pretty sure those star patterns match the ones from the pre-shutdown gate maps. This is the way to the old Federation.
I think I know what that's for, and I'm going to ignore that. Oh, hello.
Tokyo.
Tokyo? That's a Terran carrier. What are you doing all the way out here? It's alright.
Entering system. 2 grand.
Just gonna ignore that. Just gonna ignore the Tokyo. We're just gonna keep flying. That Tokyo had business out here, and I'm... Yeah, it's the Intervention Corps. Yeah, we're just going to ignore that. That's the Intervention Corps for the Terrans is their little task force for going out into the wider gate network and finding Xenon territory and engaging and destroying Xenon assets. Whether they all come back or not, however, is widely up for debate. Right now, it looks like it's just a carrier and probably whatever is left of its strike group. Probably not a lot of ships, in all honesty. They probably came out there with a couple of Osakas and a large fighter screen. So, I don't expect there to be a lot of ships following behind it. Shoot, I don't even see a lot of ships that are Terran right now. Oh, there's a little hump over it. Oh, that's cute. It's like an overpass. Maybe it just became a through pass. Typically, a lot of what I've seen for the Terran Intervention Corps is every now and then it's just an Asgard with a Sin and several Osakas, plus a ton of strike craft following behind. So it's definitely one of those things where it's a hit and miss as to what type of ships are in there. Because occasionally I see a couple of Tokyos running around too with some smaller ships. So I guess it's whatever the AI decides that, yeah, this is good. Just send it out.
Entering system. Guiding star.
Did we find that gate? Man, that policeman is very much so adamant about catching up to you. I mean, again, not transporting anything illegal, so I don't think there's going to be an issue. little bit. It just keeps outrunning him. You'll never catch me. You're wasting your time. Alright, so we're in Guiding Star right now. I will be very much so surprised if the gate for the neighboring sectors, or whichever direction it is down in here in Guiding Star 5 and not 7. I will be genuinely concerned and surprised. Best case scenario, I'm just dumb and it's somewhere in here. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna be that guy. I'm gonna pull up the map. Where are you at? Oh, there's another. This is not the sector I need to be in. Yeah, no. I need a sector called 11th Hour, but it's connected to Zyart's Dominion 10, which leads to Dominion 1, which in turn, Dominion 1 is connected to Matrix number 5, 9, 8, and Raiz Defiance. Those two sectors are Xenon control, so that's typically in base game. The Xenon run through and rip apart Zyart's Dominion 1 and take out Hamley Nut, N-H-U-U-T, not Nut, Nut. And they're actively engaging in combat at Zyart's Dominion 10 and 11th Hour. So I'm interested in seeing what's going to go on there. Is this drone going to take the highway system? That poor little dude's been following us since what I would assume is Hectifa's choice. Take the accelerator gate. Go, go, go! And then close out that map. Yeah, this time around, this episode is not as action-packed as episode 1 was, which is both unfortunate and calming at the same time. At least for me anyways, it's calming because then I don't have to worry about much. So that's been pleasant so far. Come on, there you go. Wee. And we're free.
Entering Guiding Star 7.
Put you right there. I'm going to move you down over here a little bit because there's a little section that hasn't been explored yet. Oh, one of our escorts was right behind us. Cool. Speaking of, observation post. I feel like this is a story thing, but I've never seen this before. Well, to be honest, there's probably quite a few things that I have never seen before in this game. I mean, to be frank, I've never seen the. Oh no, I have seen the aquifer before, but the aqueduct, not aquifer. Wow, my brain is shut off there very, very badly, very quickly. But I've seen the aqueduct
Autopilot
before,
disengaged.
but I've never seen anything about it. Yeah, the Terrans have a decent presence out here, it looks like. Which is not surprising, because this gate right here leads to the asteroid belt. Which is to why this jump gate leads to the center of the solar system, I have no idea. Makes it really bad to defend Sol as a whole if an enemy force comes in and splits the solar system in half. It's just my 2 cents on that, personally. If it was me, I would have been trying to find a way to reposition the jump gate, which I'm pretty sure it cannot be done, but then again, the Terrans were the ones that were able to build their own actual jump gate that connected to the pre-existing network, so I'm pretty sure they could just dismantle their gate and move it to Pluto, move it to Mercury, somewhere around there. Anywhere that's like a decent amount of distance away from Earth. Well, actually, at this point, I guess it would be beyond Pluto. Hell, they probably could have built it in the Oort cloud. That is a sector we can visit, the Oort cloud. That is actually very high in resources. Actually, the Sol system in general has a very decent amount of resources. I would love to get my hands on being able to get into that region. You gotta go through a whole process of earning their trust, because their sectors are cut off. Because, let's see here, let's bring it up. Because I think I mentioned this beforehand in the prior episode. Where are you at? There you are. Yeah. You don't have access to Mars, Mercury, or Venus. And you don't have access to Earth or the Moon. And the Moon, excuse me. So, it's one of those things where you have to earn their trust to be able to visit those locations, those sectors. Huh? Really? Oh, so they're actively fighting Xyrath's patriarchy. That is... That is not good. Okay, I know what I need to do. And I don't want to do it. Because I planned on siding with them in the fight in their little civil war. That is unfortunate. But it's to be expected. I remember correctly, the gate's over here. That is very much so beyond unfortunate. But I'm gonna have to hopefully keep the patriarchy from taking care of or fighting the Argon Federation.
Autopilot engaged.
Alright, well, we're gonna do that then. So I know what damage that defense platform earlier. Not good. Not good at all. Alright, well, I feel something coming along, so I will be right back. I'm going to take a quick bathroom break. This is a good time to go refill up on snacks and drinks, and I will return. Yeah, alright, okay. And we are back, and I've got snacks. Do the thing. Here we go. Back and back. Glorious. Alright, we're moving. The situation has changed drastically. I was not aware of the fact that the Zyrus patriarchy was actively engaging. Ooh, that's loud. Sit on here. Blech. Crinkle crunch. Give it to me. There we go. But I was not aware of the fact that the split faction known as Zyrus patriarchy was actively fighting the Argon Federation. But then again, seeing an entire split task force get annihilated by an Argon patrol should have been the first, warning sign to me. Will not deny I feel really dumb about that. That is acceptable. Yes. However, despite that fact, I should still be able to do the side story. It'll just have to be done with the cherubs and the Free Family instead of the actual patriarchy itself. This is truly one of those tell me you play a Terran character without telling me you play a Terran character.
Autopilot. Disengaged.
That's normally what I play when it comes to these to this game. I typically run as a Terran and I seclude myself in the Sol system until I'm ready to go. So far, I have very greatly stepped out of my comfort zone by playing the Argon. Well, at least a custom game with the Argon. I moved my screen over for a second there, goodness. Wow.
Jump gate. 11th hour.
I do know for a fact with the split pick on the Talati, though. That's primarily because the Talati don't really put up much of a fight, so... I'll probably help them too by getting the split off their back.
Awaiting orders.
Scroll a little bit. Let me see here. 11th hour. That task force is gone. Are they in this region now?
Please hold. We'll
No.
be scanning your inventory.
Go for it. Yeah, you couldn't catch my discovery, so you came for me instead.
You're clean. Move along.
Of course. What'd you expect? I think the gate's up here. They're running towards something up there. Yeah, I think the gate's right there, so I'm just gonna quickly turn you around. Survey says. No? A little bit further north? Okay. We'll do that. I know I said I was going to primarily keep my attention on the Xenon right now, but there's the gate. But as of right now, I really don't want to see my compatriots within the Federation lose further territory against another faction. A hostile one at that. I need to as of right now, I think I will sit and wait to see what the Xenon, no, the Xenon, goodness, what the split will do right now.
My ship is being scanned. Awaiting orders.
Okay, why you?
Smart move. Don't let us catch you again.
Why'd you give me orders for that? Or notification? Oh, so I didn't turn that off. Whoopsies. Comply. Hey, just comply with them. Oh, goodness. That's not good. It's not good at all. Ouroboros. That's a carrier. No. Live stream that? Ah, it's the modded pocket battleship for the split. Ah, it's labeled as a carrier, but it's probably has just a large. Oh, there's a station out there too by that gate. Great. That's something I need to. Ugh. That's something I need to hopefully take care of. Or hopefully can take care of. Goodness. I cannot speak. I'm trying to follow this guy out to see what station he's going towards. But I can very easily fly out here. Wow. You guys really are setting up shop out here. You just wiped the board clean out here and you just moved in. I think I made a mistake adding modded split warships into this game because it just made them very brazen in their tactics. That's unfortunate. This is very unfortunate. I don't want to. I really don't want to fight the split. At the same time, I feel like I will have no choice but to fight the split. So
Please hold. We will be
that's
scanning your cargo.
just not
Please halt.
good.
We will be scanning your inventory.
Release your contraband immediately. Okay.
Hold on. Did one of my cruisers pick up stuff?
You can go. The scan came back clean.
You did. Why do you have decryption module, AGI network? What's all in your inventory? Oh, no. Hold on. Where's it at? Where's your inventory? I'm just gonna do that. So why you have all that, I don't know. What about the other one? Oh. Alright, and what about you? Oh, we just have a CETA. That's fine. That's not good. None of you are supposed to have that. Oh, great. pick up a couple of resource satellites so we can hopefully find a place for that mining ship to go. Memory of profit. Hey, he's coming out here for the what little methane is left. That's not good. It's not good at all.
Please hold. We will be scanning your cargo hold. Go ahead with your scan. You can go. The scan came back clean.
Oh, if the split come into this sector, I will have no choice but to open up on them. I do not want to. I don't want to run the risk of them taking any more of Argon territory up here. It's bad enough I was unaware of them attacking 11th hour. They've been doing this the entire time. And I just now learned this, which makes me upset genuinely. So hopefully I'm gonna try and keep the Argon from losing Guiding Star. I really would prefer that the Argon Federation keep a lot of their territory.
We will be scanning your cargo hold. Sure, scan anytime. You can go. The scan came back clean. No surprise there.
Okay. Did you get what you needed? Yes, no? No? At some point that'll change. So it'll... Come on. We'll roll over. Doesn't it take you that long to do this? I don't know. At any rate, if I had known that this was a lot... Oh! Pal, you're not supposed to be here. Emperor's Pride 4. And it tells me the other sector over here is Xenon as well, for obvious reasons, since the whole sector itself is labeled as a Xenon area. Hopefully that scout can get out of there before anything really bad happens, because I'm going to be honest with you, I will be unhappy if I lose more of my scouts. Oh. I need to find those and take care of them as well. Yeah, so they're attacking a couple of the stations out over here, but yeah, I need to find those Kahak um, hive stations and deal with them whenever I'm able to, because they themselves create a lot of problems. All they do is just continuously call in. They just continuously call in reinforcements over and over and over again for as long as they remain. Are you going to execute the order? It's executing it, but it's just taking its sweet time. I can't afford to stay here. I honestly can't. I need to. I need to move closer to home. I just can't afford to sit in this sector for so long. I would love to do that, but I can't. The Xenon threat is, in my opinion, a lot more important. There's a queue on the way. There's that weird Curbs Peacekeeper down here. I don't know why that's floating. I don't know why there's split warships just floating around Argon, and I would assume Terran territory as well, because they're already out there. I'm hoping that the split gets tied up with the Xenon. It'll definitely make things interesting and a lot better in my opinion. Alright.
Autopilot engaged.
We're gonna make our way back to Argon Prime. So it looks like there's still Xenon capital ships that are making their way towards... probably towards Thraka's Cascade. So we're going to try and head them off at Argon Prime, because they very clearly just shoot their way down and up. Is it just the queue? It looks like it's just the queue. I think the other vessel that was over here was sunk. Oh, what's this? Tokyo. If bad comes to worse, I'll have a vessel. I'll have a vessel or two make their way out over here and try and protect Guiding Star 7 as much as possible. Or at least to the best of their capabilities. I don't expect much, but... Alright, you are starting to bother me. Okay. We'll just do one. Goodness. I'm actually going to reposition these two ships. I'm going to send them out towards Guiding Star 7. I might just have to engage the split altogether, because I know the Cherubs, from what I remember of their storyline, they're not the best choice, and neither is Zyarth's Patriarchy. Both of them are actually not that great. If I had the choice, I deal with neither, but I don't. When it comes to actively doing the story stuff while I'm going through this and trying to deal with the Xenon as well, I am going to have to make a choice. And that's, depending on what resources I have, will be a challenge. If anything,
Entering Guiding Star 5.
if anything, I would prefer to just let the Xenon take care of them. No, call back. Click, thank you. Yeah, this might as well have been a filler episode, to be honest. Just a lot of running around, a lot of errands, a lot of vocalizing ideas and plans for what we should do. Apparently we made quite a few people angry by claiming our fallback system in case the Xenon threat gets bad enough. Because apparently everyone wants Heretic's End, which is fascinating to me, but that's, at this point, it's not my issue. If they want to come for it, they can come get it, but at the same time, they're not gonna get it. Just that little bit more, because it keeps dropping down. Not where I wanted that to go, but that works. It's in the general ballpark where I wanted that number to be, so it's fine. Giving it that extra million should be fine.
Entering system. 2 grand.
Cool. That's good. Oh man, you are brave. This is Xenon Shipyard. See if we can't live stream that from the satellite view. Nope, yeah. It's not really the view I want to see. Is that a habitable planet in the background? That's rare. Oh look! It's making a queue. Oh, Lord knows what else that thing is actively pumping out right now, too. So that's just as terrifying. Okay. Hey, the view for this is not the best, but not the greatest. So we're just gonna go back. Alright, we're coming up on center, profit center, so we'll be getting close to home. In the gate we go. Swoosh.
Entering system. Profit Center Alpha.
Alrighty. Alrighty. After this jump here, we'll be back in Argon territory. That's not me doing that, by the way. It's the ship's just wibble wobbling by on its own. I don't know why it's decided to try and zigzag.
Entering
Like it's trying
system.
to avoid a torpedo.
Silent witness.
I've yet to decide who I'm going to side with when it comes to the Pyramid conflict, because I know they're actively in a civil war right now. Pontifex's claim, if the Holy Order loses its defensive station here, it's going to flip over to the Pyramid, to the proper Pyramid faction. I forget what the actual faction is called off the top of my head, but so they already have a station here, and what it looks like it's just a lot of production that's down here for the Holy Order, which honestly doesn't do them a lot of good defending the sector wise.
Entering system. Atikva's choice.
Shit, from the looks of it, the Holy Order doesn't have any defensive stations here, which is objectively false given the fact that it's still under their, under their control. Oh, this run is going to be very fascinating. I wasn't expecting that to be an issue. But then again, as I said, I'm prominently a Terran player, so that's some of this new galactic encounters is new to me. I wasn't aware that the Antigone is actively in a conflict with the Holy Order of Pontifex, and then the Argon themselves are currently fighting the Zyrus Patriarchy. So that's as someone that is actively siding with those two factions, I'm going to have to engage them both. On top of trying to handle the Xenon threat. Oh, this is frustrating. Frustrating. That's their faction representative on this station, which is not surprising. They're typically either on a defense station, a wharf, or a shipyard. If I remember correctly, for the one for the Terrans, they're on a defense platform. Unless I'm wrong on that, which really wouldn't surprise me. Just get more resource satellites and see where I can slap them down. Wrong satellite. That's a navigation beacon. Go for this one. Same as before. I guess you're going to be sitting here for a while then. Alright, well, it'll be handled. Ah, God Realm of the Pyramid. That's what they're called. That's right. Duh. Goodness. I keep checking up on this guy just to make sure he's not shot down. That always worries me.
Entering system. Argon Prime.
I'm just waiting for the Terrans to outright annihilate this Argon platform just to gain control over this sector. I'm just waiting for it. I know they'll do it. It's
Danger.
Just a matter of time.
Eclipse. Vanguard.
And the builder's gone. Oh, he's all the way back there now.
Mammoth. Vanguard.
It's the station builder. What are you?
Empty space.
Not you. You.
Incarcatua. Sentinel. Empty space. Autopilot. Disengage.
Get going. Don't stop. Why are we listing? Sir, we're taking on Void. Oh, that actively damaged us. Our repair drones are deploying. Ah! I think we lost something. Let's actually go ahead and stop. That's not good. It's not good at all. Well, at any rate,
Minotaur. Raider.
Oh, yeah, no, you're being labeled as hostile. Where'd that raider go? Did he disappear again? How did he disappear? That's my question, actually. Nope, don't like that. At any rate, I think...
Sir?
Go. Oh, you scared me. Don't do that. I'm gonna go to my shuttle. We'll look at the void. Just admire the stars for a second there. Look at the stations. Take a look at this nice little shuttle that I probably should arm for the next video for something a little grindy to gain up the reputation, because so far the plan to gain reputation with the Argon has not actively worked out the way I wanted it to, which is absolutely fine. There's ways around that, aside from trade. Because right now, as I saw probably about, half an hour ago, it did go up by 1, but that's through trade. Trading is slow with building reputation, but it's good for income. I will not deny that. Well, that's if, it's actually a profitable. So far, it looks like I chose a really poor resource to manufacture and mine. But hopefully... Yeah, because so far this is not doing good profit-wise. We're buying methane instead of actively going out and mining it. I mean, we are mining it, but it's just not... It's not feasible.
We found something out here.
Oh? Does not have any Marines. Wait, CEO's dead. Hold on. Elite Sports? Elite Sport? Ah. Fascinating. Any rate. Continue. Where's my train of thought? Right. Station, resources, and production. This has not worked out the way I wanted it to. For this poor little station. I might have to deconstruct the graphene facilities and move on to a different resource, because as of right now there's a lot of methane in the sectors that I am aware of to go and mine itself. So there's a wharf out here too now. So now I will either have to make the choice to deconstruct the graphene and move on, swap it over to another resource so we stop hemorrhaging money, or we take time in the next episode to find more sufficient pockets of methane. That Zyarth vessel just got absolutely annihilated. It was carrying Navidium and a couple other items, but I think that'll be the focus for the next time I appear on stream, will be to find us another sizable source of methane. It'll probably be here because it's like 3,000 units worth of methane.
Attack orders. Scramble. Confirmed.
The one time I'm not in the bridge. I'm actually going to go back to the bridge. For now, anyways, I'm going to go back to the bridge. Because that's not good. What are we seeing? don't know. I don't know what that was, but okay. They got upset about something real fast there. But again, at any rate, I will have to do something along those lines to figure out what to do with that, because money is everything in this, and if we lose too much of it, we will be in a real bad way. Especially with us trying to maintain our facilities. Take that out. Hopefully with this guy just producing energy cells, it'll be something decent income wise. If not, we'll probably be in a hard way. Crew, send someone over there. We'll send a serviceman. I like to keep them the Marines nearby, just in case we come across a vessel that is abandoned, and then we can go from there with it. Yeah, but beyond that, our scouts set to auto-explore have revealed to us a large swath of the gate network so far. Not all of it, but a good port of it. We're kind of going into the Talani space over here a little bit. We're still exploring the Holy Order of the Pontifex territory. We didn't really go into... Oh, excuse me. We didn't really go into Antigone space in too great a detail, but that's acceptable. We'll have time to help them with their Xenon problem at some point in the future too. I really should drop down satellites out here as well, just like I should over here at Argon Prime by the gates, down over here by Second Contact as well. It would be a very smart decision, but I never said I was smart. Alrighty then. I think we're going to call this one here for now. So, thank you all for watching, and we will see you all in the next live stream. Have a good day. I've been your host, Sildal, and